What's good, world? It's your boy Hitman D coming at you live with another video. Man, yeah, man, let's talk about it. Something that resonated with me that I definitely know is going to happen, and I see it coming a mile away. And that is Nikki Bella is definitely going to turn on Stephanie Vaquer for sure. It's definitely going to happen. I'm going to give it until next week or maybe a couple of weeks down the road. But we're definitely going to get a strong, heated feud between Nikki Bella and Stephanie Vaquer. It's definitely going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go ahead and get right to it. But, you know what I'm saying? Nikki Bella, notice Nikki Bella is pretending to be Stephanie Vaquer's best friend. I ain't going to say her best friend, but she's pretending to be her friend. And she's very close to her. She's very close. She's been very close to Stephanie Vaquer. I've noticed that. So I already peeped. I know what I'm saying. I already see what's going to happen. Like I said, Nikki Bella is going to turn on Stephanie Vaquer. We're going to get that. We're going to get that strong heated feud. So far as Nikki Bella go, like I said, I used to be a massive fan of the Bella twins back in '08. By 2012, they got stale, so I don't really care for Nikki Bella like that. I don't have a dislike for her. She's okay, but I don't care for her like that. I may post pictures of her every now and then or something like that, but you know what I'm saying? I don't, she's not one of my favorites. She got stale over the years. You know what I'm saying? Her and Brie Bella both got stale over the years, and I just couldn't get behind them like that no more. So like I said, I don't have a dislike for them. They okay, but I'm not big on the Bella twins like that. But like I said, Nikki Bella, she's okay. But I do know exactly what's going to happen. We all know the Bella twins can't be trusted. We know that. So this is why Nikki Bella is pretending to be such good friends with Stephanie Vaquer. Because she's going to pull that trigger eventually. She's going to pull that trigger eventually. I already know it. I already know it. I peeped it a mile away how she's been pretending to be friends with Stephanie Vaquer. And for the most part, Stephanie Vaquer is feeding into it. She's feeding into it. So it's definitely gonna happen. I'm gonna give it until a couple of weeks or so. But we definitely gonna get that feud. We're definitely gonna get that feud, whatnot. So it's gonna be a decent feud. They ain't gonna say it's gonna be top notch or nothing like that. But it should be a decent match. No, Nikki Bella is not a terrible wrestler. She's decent at best. You know, her matches she had against Roxanne Perez was decent. But Roxanne Perez needed that win for sure. She needed that win. Because Roxanne Perez has been on a losing streak. She's been eating pins after pins after pins for months and months. And I'm like, come on now. Come the fuck on, WWE. Stop doing Roxanne Perez like that. She was too great of a mat technician wrestler. I don't care what nobody say. Roxanne Perez is main event material. She's a main event player. She's a main event player. So I'm glad that she pinned Nikki Bella twice. So yeah. So yeah, man. So Nikki Bella is going to turn on Stephanie Vaquer. And we all know Stephanie is going to win the feud for sure. She's going to win the feud. Then we're going to go on from there. And Stephanie is going to definitely be feuding with Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez both. But I see one of those two winning the strap from Stephanie Vaquer. I think that's the only that will be the best solution that they go with, because Liv Morgan is going to have to Liv Morgan is going to return a year later. She's going to return next year, and I hope they play it out. They play it out. No, they play it out with Liv Morgan returning at the Women's Royal Rumble and being the last entry. And you know what I'm saying? She win the thing just like I said. For my arm, so I came from the gym. I worked out at the gym. They got me a good workout in. Feel good about that. So yeah. So yeah, man. So Stephanie Vaquer, man. I be seeing some fans hating on Stephanie too. Just like one YouTuber, I ain't gonna say his name, the entitled to his own opinion, but he tried to say that, no, he said that Stephanie Vaquer was trash. No, she's not. But like I said, he's entitled to his own opinion. But yeah, we're gonna get a feud between Stephanie and Nikki, because I can already tell you Nikki is jealous of Stephanie. This is why she's pretending to be her friend and be so close to her. But I'm telling you, when you're champion or women's world champion, you're gonna always have a gigantic target on your back with everybody coming for you, wanting to take the strap off of you. They're gonna pretend to be your best friend. Like they're gonna go months and months sticking by your side, helping you win, helping you retain, pretending to be your best friend until you at least expect it and they pull that trigger on you. And this is exactly what Nikki Bella is doing. I'm telling you, mark my words, we're going to get a strong, heated feud between Stephanie Vaquer and Nikki Bella. It's already planned out. So I'm expecting Nikki Bella to possibly turn on Stephanie within a couple of weeks. So I'm going to give it to a couple of weeks. Remember, she turned on Ronda Rousey. Her and Nikki Bella both turned on Ronda Rousey. So you know damn well she's going to turn on Stephanie. Because Stephanie is 10 times better than Ronda Rousey and is not even close. Although some disagree, they strongly disagree. Just like one person said that Stephanie Vaquer was trash, but whatever. And then people, then some trolls, some goofies want to say that I'm only a fan of Stephanie Vaquer because she's nice looking with a nice body, and she does that devil's kiss in the ring. That is not why. That woman can actually wrestle. She can actually go in that ring, although some don't want to give her that credit what credit is really due. But it's okay. It's not going to stop her from being one of my favorite female wrestlers because I'm a massive fan of Stephanie Vaquer. So this feud between her and Nikki is going to be decent. I say decent at best. Some may disagree with that, but whatever. I'm not here to kiss ass and agree with other people just to make them feel good, so I can fit in their group with all the other fans that watch their YouTube channels and stuff. I'm not here to fit in with the other YouTubers and the fans that be agreeing with all their takes on their channels and stuff like that. I give my own takes whether people strongly disagree with me or not. I'm not here to be a follower. I'm not here to be a crash dummy. You don't agree, you just don't agree. So Stephanie Vaquer is one of my favorites, and I say she's hella talented. Yeah, she's more than a pretty face and a nice body. Yeah, that devil's kiss she does may be, a little, may look like a sexual move, whatnot. But, I mean, she still makes up for it with her in-ring ability. She makes up for it with her in-ring ability, and that's facts on facts. People can say what they want to say about her. I fuck with her. I fuck with her. So, yeah, man. And then on top of that, a lot of fans are highly upset she won the Women's World Strap anyway to begin with because they wanted Io Scott to win it. They wanted Io to win it so that could open up the door to Rhea Ripley eventually winning it back. And I'm glad they didn't go with that solution because I was sick of Rhea Ripley getting shoved in our face as Women's World Champion. Let somebody else get a shot for a change. And Io has had her run as Women's World Champion. And if I'm being honest, it was awful. It was boring. But I know it's not her fault. Just like it's not Giulia's fault that she's having this awful title run because they're not booking her to be infused, as I said in my last recent video about Giulia. But like I said, just take the strap off her and put it on Tiffany Stratton as a heel. And we can go on from there. Just as I said in my recent video talking about Tiffany Stratton heel's turn. They need to turn the heel because she's better off as a heel anyway. So go with the right solution. Go with the right solution. And turn Tiffany Stratton heel. And have her to go after Giulia for the women's IC strap. And you know what I'm saying? She beat a person to the throne, Giulia, for the women's U.S. strap, I mean. So yeah, man, I just thought I'd come up here and address the elephant in the room. Nikki Bella is definitely going to turn on Stephanie. And she could feud with somebody else before she finally feud with Roxanne Perez or Raquel for the Women's World title. So she could make a feud with another female wrestler before she finally feuds with either Roxanne Perez or Raquel Rodriguez for the Women's World strap. She could feud with Becky and win the feud. Then, you know, after that, she finally feud with either Roxanne Perez or Raquel Rodriguez for the Women's World strap. And I see one of those two being the one to beat Stephanie for the strap. And then, like I said, Liv Morgan returns next year, and they have her, if they book it the right way, Liv Morgan returns at the Women's Royal Rumble and be the last entry. And you know what I'm saying? She wins the damn thing. She win it, and we go on from there. And she either feud, and they either build a story between her and Raquel Rodriguez, being that they got great chemistry, or what they could do is they could book her. They could build a story between her and Roxanne Perez, and Roxanne Perez can do a promo when her and Raquel Rodriguez both turn on Liv Morgan when she returns, and Roxanne, and then you know when Liv Morgan goes after Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez, Roxanne Perez can do a promo and rubbing Liv Morgan's face, that she's never beaten Raquel Rodriguez in a one-on-one match, which as Liv Morgan never had. And Alexa Bliss getting a redemption match against Raquel Rodriguez is needed because she's actually pinned Rhea Ripley clean a couple of years ago. And Rhea Ripley has pinned Raquel Rodriguez clean a lot of times. So it don't make sense for Liv Morgan not to be able to beat Raquel Rodriguez clean. Just saying. So it needs to be on Liv Morgan's resume that she's got a redemption match against Raquel Rodriguez and pin her. Whether it's in a dirty fashion or not. But if she pinned Rhea Ripley clean, she could pin Raquel Rodriguez clean. You know, I see her pinning Raquel by a roll-up or something like that. Alexa Bliss could pin Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez clean too. But she would have to do it by a roll-up pin or something like that. But she could possibly beat them with the Twisted Bliss. She may have to do it a couple of times. Or beat them with the DDT. But Alexa Bliss would be better off pinning Rhea Ripley, Raquel Rodriguez, Jade Cargill, or Bianca Belair by a roll-up pin, by a leverage pin. Liv Morgan too. Just like she did Rhea Ripley. But back to Stephanie. So I just thought I'd come up here and, like I said, address the elephant in the room, and that's Nikki Bella. And she's definitely going to turn on Stephanie for sure. It's set to happen. I might go ahead and Nikki Bella might go ahead and pull the trigger on Stephanie Vaquer next week on Monday Night Raw. Because last night what she did was a dead giveaway. Well, it's been a dead giveaway to me. I peeped it a mile away while people weren't saying nothing. I peeped that shit a mile away. Yeah, they're going to build a story. They're going to build a short story. I see this story being short between Stephanie Vaquer and Nikki Bella. I don't see it being a long-term booking for sure. Because Ronda Rousey and Nikki Bella feud was short. It won't long-term. But I see Stephanie Vaquer booking. I see Stephanie Vaquer feud. I see Stephanie Vaquer story build between Roxanne Perez or Raquel Rodriguez being long-term. And then one of them wins the strap off her. And then, like I said, Liv Morgan returns. If they book it the right way, Liv Morgan returns next year at the Women's Royal Rumble. And she be the last entry. And you know what I'm saying? She wins it. And then then, like I said, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez turns on Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan takes down the Judgment Day. And she get her get back at Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. And go up against either one of them at WrestleMania for the Women's World Strap. And she beat a person to the throne, either Raquel Rodriguez or Roxanne Perez at WrestleMania 42 for the Women's World Strap in a great match. And walk out the new Women's World Champion. That would be a great storytelling for Liv Morgan. So I see this, so back to Stephanie Vaquer. I see this feud between her and Nikki Bella being a short story. Like John Cena and Brock Lesnar story was. Remember when they built a story between John Cena and Brock Lesnar in 2003 when Brock Lesnar took John Cena out and broke his leg, and John Cena came back to get, you know what I'm saying, get back at Brock Lesnar. When Brock Lesnar F5 John Cena leg up against the steel ring post, and John Cena was out for quite a while. And he definitely was pissed off. He was angry. He was pissed off and angry. And he definitely came for Brock Lesnar. He returned the favor and bust Brock Lesnar open with his steel chain. And their match at Vengeance, I believe they wrestled it. It was a pretty good match. John Cena took Brock Lesnar to the limb. He even busted him open again with that chain. He definitely took Brock to his limits, but that was a short story between John Cena and Brock Lesnar. I see that story going the same as that way between Stephanie Vaquer and Nikki Bella. I see this being a short story between Stephanie Vaquer. I see this being a short feud. I see that they're building this story between Stephanie Vaquer and Nikki Bella, and this be a short feud. Just like John Cena and Brock Lesnar feud was short in 2003. So yeah, I definitely see Stephanie Vaquer and Nikki Bella feud being short. See it being a little short feud, and Stephanie Vaquer overcomes Nikki Bella and retains her title, successfully retained, which is I know she is. Nikki Bella ain't beating Stephanie for that title. So it should be a decent feud between those two. It should be a decent feud between Stephanie and Nikki. And I said Nikki. It should be a decent feud between Stephanie and Nikki. Some may strongly disagree. That's fine. But I ain't gonna make this video too long, man. I'm about to go ahead and bring this video to a close. If y'all agree with my take about this video, hit the like button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on my notifications where you won't miss any of my videos that I post in my short clip videos. And with that being said, it's your boy Hitman D, and I'ma sign out.